Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Hello, and welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing today? I hope I find you well, and I hope you guys are healthy, happy, and ready for a fun stream. I hope. Today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you all to my first of two gameplay streams for today. Today we are continuing on with Banjo-Tooie. Playthrough that so far has been pretty fun. There have been a few parts that were a little bit cryptic and I got stuck on, but for the most part, it's been a very fun gameplay through. Way better than the recent Donkey Kong 64 playthrough I did. This is way more fun. We are currently in the 6th world, which is Grunty Industries. And from what I'm going to understand in the entire game, this is probably the worst world for backtracking. Like everyone says, this is infamous, this world, for having to backtrack a ton, and you can't really do half the stuff in it yet until later in the game when you get abilities and you come back to do stuff. I got a good start on it, but I didn't really do much yet. So today we'll be focusing in solely on Grunty Industries. I don't know how far we'll get. I don't know how much we'll complete, but I'll do my best to try to figure stuff out, as well as I can here. I think that I actually finished up the puzzles to open up the next two worlds. Like, if I remember correctly, we can go to at least one more world, if not two. Yeah, two I remember, because there's one that's that teleporter that apparently is going to put you up into the clouds. And then the other one is that temple that was right next to the entrance to, like, the Jolly Roger area that we opened up. So we have two other worlds we can go to if we need to. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes today, okay? But yeah, I'm excited for more. Banjo-Tooie's been a really fun playthrough so far. I hope you guys have dug it. I hope you guys have been enjoying the retro goodness of this viewer's choice playthrough. All right. Later tonight will be my first weekly session of Animal Crossing. A nice chill stream for everybody. 2 hours of fun. Just kind of relaxing, seeing what my wife's been up to in the game in the last week. Because last time I played it was Saturday. So, big span of time there where she's been playing. And we'll see what's been improved on the island. And, among other things we can go into, check it out and see what's going on there. Should be a relaxing stream tonight. Tomorrow, we're starting a new playthrough with Daymare 1998, a survival horror game from a group of people who are actually trying to make like a fan tribute remake of Resident Evil 2, but they were shut down because Capcom gave them a cease and desist because they said, well, we're making our own Resident Evil 2 remake, which they obviously released last year. So because of that, they had to stop. But they took all the assets that they had put into the effort and made a new game called Daymare 1998. Now, originally, I was considering playing this game until I heard that the port on PS4 was quite bad, with choppy frame rate, delayed controls, and a lot of glitches and bugs. However, someone really wanted to see me play this game and donated it. So I said, well, since it's donated, obviously I'll give it a shot. And that way, hey, if it sucks, it sucks. It's not that big of a deal. I didn't have to invest any money or anything into it. So we'll see tomorrow together what this game is like and have some fun with it. All right. Tomorrow night, Friday night, will be my weekly throwback Street Fighter session where I play old school Street Fighter for a couple of hours. You guys really seem to enjoy that. Saturday will be more Banjo-Tooie paired with more Animal Crossing. All right. Saturday, my usual day when KK Slider comes by the island and we do musical stuff. And then on Sunday, there'll be more Daymare. And according to reports, the game's only 6 to 8 hours long. But I guess we'll see, how I do. I don't know if I'll be beating it on Sunday or not. And Sunday night will be my weekly Morrowind Chill stream. If you remember, last time around we were doing some fun side questing for the Thieves Guild. And we'll probably end up continuing to do that this coming week. And then on Monday, Minecraft becomes the main gameplay stream. For the first time in a long time, we're going to be doing 3 to 4 hours of Minecraft, including, continuing on all the stuff that we were already working on and improving it, and various other things that Papa Vera is working on. So that's going to be fun. And then Monday night, we're going to be doing more Mario Maker 2. Because last night, we returned to Super Mario Maker 2 for the first time since last summer. And you guys told me you really liked it. You're like, wow, this is fun. It's chill. It's great because Phil's playing a variety of stages. And at the very tail end of the stream, I discovered where the new Super Mario Worlds are. These are worlds that people made. And they're laid out much like Super Mario 3 or Super Mario World, the game on SNES. And I just played one stage event. People were like, wow, this is really good. And then I was out of time. I was like, well, that sucks. So we're going to be doing more of that come Monday night. Okay. And hopefully you guys will tune in for that. It'll be fun and interesting. Okay. And of course, Tuesday will be my day off for the week. This coming week will be interesting because number one, obviously I'll be continuing Banjo-Tooie and Daymare. But once I finish Daymare, then I'm probably going to be starting up Fire Emblem Three Houses. All right, which you guys have been waiting for. And so it'll start up more than likely next week. Next week, we'll also probably see the start of another kind of a downtime project, either Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign or Streets of Rage 4. I'm not sure which yet. We'll have to see, but this stuff will more than likely be starting up next week, okay? Now, a few other things, odds and ends about the streams. First of all, we are about halfway through the month of May. And as you guys can see, we are a far cry from hitting the subs goal for the month. When we started off this month, we were around 700 subs. And over the course of the month, the subs have just kept going down. Now, the thing is, this is not necessarily a negative thing. The reason this happened is twofold. Number one, it happened because you guys have been so supportive with the vest streak that I get the feeling that people are contributing via the vest streak to keep it going. And therefore, a lot of people who would normally gift subscriptions to the channel are not doing so. And that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm happy with that. It's okay. I cannot complain about contributions because contributions have been sky high recently. I'm not going to complain. But that's why subs are down. And then, of course, the second reason would be there's nothing going on really right now. If you take a look, there hasn't been any major new releases in quite some time. The pandemic pretty much destroyed the month of May for game releases. Like this month, everything's coming out late. You've got the Saints Row 3 remaster that's coming out in a couple of weeks. And you've got a big DLC expansion, Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, that's also coming out in a couple of weeks. But outside of that, there's nothing going on this month. So it's pretty much a dead month for gaming. No new releases means no new viewers coming in to check anything out. And of course, that means less subs. All right. So that's the deal. I don't want anyone looking at that and being like, oh my God, the sky is falling because the subs are so down. It's not a big deal, quite frankly. And the thing is, we do have a monthly sub goal of 725 subs. If we do hit that, we're going to be doing a retrospective marathon event where you guys nominate and then vote for your favorite moments in my, history as a content creator over 11 years now. Every time we've done this event, you guys have absolutely loved it and told me that's one of your favorite things that I do. The last time we did one is how the vest had its origins. The vest started in the last retrospective event in late February. So obviously good things come out of these marathons. All right. So I'm just saying, if you guys are interested in seeing this happen, you need to subscribe or give some subscriptions to the channel to make it happen and hit that 725 sub goal. All right. Now, when you sub to the channel, you get many benefits. All right. First benefit is you get over 30 emotes that you get to use on Twitch, which is pretty cool. Second benefit is you get to skip the ads. When I take ad breaks, you don't have to watch those advertisements. And the third thing is you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been an ongoing supporter, okay? So I certainly hope you guys will consider subbing if you're not subbed and you like the content, all right? The other thing is the vest streak continues, guys. 78 straight streams where we have hit the tips goal. Amazing. Thank you guys so much for that. I really, really appreciate the support. And let's see if we can keep it going, If we hit 100 vest streak, I'm doing a special celebratory event. It looks like it's going to be the return of DSP Tries It. I'm not sure what we'll be doing on that stream yet in regards to, gameplay or whatever. But I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited, too. For 100 vest streak celebration if we can hit it, all right? So let's see if we can keep that momentum going by tipping me and keeping that tips goal, being hit every stream. I appreciate anyone who does contribute and is looking to help with that, all right? Now, apparently there was news this morning regarding a new Paper Mario game that's coming out in July. obviously with Paper Mario being one of the most beloved series that Nintendo puts out, but it really doesn't get many new games. If you really look at the series, it hasn't had too many games, right? Yeah, I definitely want to check it out, you know? And that's coming out, I believe they said in July. What's happening right now is pretty crazy. Okay, here's what's going on. Basically all the games that more than likely were supposed to be coming out May and June looks like they're going to be coming out like July, August. So normally the month of July is the deadest month of the year. Usually it's the least amount of new releases, the least amount of stuff going on. This year, the month of July looks like it's actually going to be jam-packed full of new content. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima and now a new Paper Mario game. Two very high-profile releases coming out in the month of July. June is no exception either. June, we're going to have The Last of Us 2. There's the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom remake. And I believe there's like one or two other big ones. So I actually think that like June and July are going to be some of the biggest gaming months of the year. And then what may happen is some of the months that typically are the busier gaming months may actually not be this year. I guess we'll see what happens, but it sure seems to me that's the rate it's going. And you know, I'm okay with that because normally the months of April, May, and June are very, very heavy for game releases. And now, you know, May's empty because of this pandemic. So, hey, if it gets bumped to later in the year and we have a crazy good summer of gaming, that would be pretty amazing. The 2020 Summer of Gaming Extravaganza with multiple new releases and fun stuff going on will be pretty damn cool. All right. All right. Good stuff. So thank you for checking out the streams. Thank you for listening to the schedule. I hope that all this sounds good to you guys. All right. Without further ado, let's move. Side itches. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the second segment of the pre-stream. All right. The gratuitous plugs. Thank you guys for 11 plus years. You know, almost at this point 12. I think it's September will be my 12th anniversary as a content creator on the internet, which is pretty crazy. When you really think about it. Damn, that's a long time. Thanks for the opportunity every day to share my gameplay experiences with all of you. And, you know, I love this. I love what I do for a living. I realize how lucky that I actually am to be able to do what I love for a living. I'm a lifelong gamer, right? And, you know, I used to do gaming as my hobby, you know, for a long time. And, you know, having the opportunity now to be a full-time streamer and do this as my job, I'm incredibly lucky. How many people get to say they do what they love for a living? Very few. I was just like many people who I used to just work to put food on the table, to make ends meet and to pay the bills. Now, I love what I do. It's pretty crazy, and I'm very grateful for that. In addition, I realize how lucky that I am to be able to do this every single day in the pandemic. A lot of people are out of work and can't do what they need to do to make a living, and I am here very lucky, able to put out content for you guys every day. Many people have contacted me and thanked me for still being here as consistent as I am, 6 days a week full-time streaming, because they say it distracts them from all the crap going on in the real world, and they like that. And, you know, hey, for me, all I have to say is you're welcome, and I feel the same way. You know, like being able to continue on with my work, my streams, during this time, I love it. Makes, you know, it actually de-stresses me, and that's a great thing. So thank you guys for checking out the streams. Thank you for supporting them during this time, and I hope that you guys, you know, have really been enjoying everything going on, okay? All right, so all that being said, guys, I am a full-time streamer. I am here 6 days a week full-time streaming for you guys, and I archive all of these streams over on YouTube on the DSPGaming, which is my long-standing gameplay channel over on YouTube, all right? So, if you like all that content, you want to see this continue, you want to be supportive of it and, you know, hope my efforts to keep it going, there's many ways that you can contribute. You know, it's not like it used to be, where it used to be based off of views and ad revenue on YouTube. Today, it's all about crowdfunding. It's about you guys contributing during the live streams themselves, to keep stuff going. Okay? So, please consider contributing in one of the methods that I'm about to explain if you like the content. However, I want you to know something up front before I even mention a certain one of those methods, all right? My streams on Twitch TV are free. They always will be, all right? It's free content to watch and enjoy. And contributions are 100% optional. They are not mandatory, nor are they expected, all right? The reason that I stream is because I love video games, not to make a buck. I made YouTube videos as a hobby for 2.5 years before I ever monetized a single one. And the only reason that I monetized the gameplay eventually was because I lost my office job and I needed a way to make money, you know, because I had to make, you know, didn't want to lose everything. I had to make payments, pay my bills, right? I never intended to do this for a living. It was always meant to just be something fun that I did because I enjoyed games. I just kind of fell into it inadvertently, okay? If I were to lose my ability to do this full time and, you know, had to go do something else for a living, I would still try to live stream in some kind of a limited capacity if I could. Reason being, I love it so much. I love hanging out with you guys. I love the positive vibe. I love sharing gameplay with you guys and talking with you and interacting. It's just so much fun. I wouldn't want to give it up. You know what I mean? And please understand that. That's really what I'm here for. That's why I tough through all the stress and all the harassment and all the stuff over the years, is because I love this. And I hope you guys know that, right? So thank you, guys, very much for all of your support. Thank you for hanging out with me every day. If you cannot contribute to the streams, don't feel pressured. Don't feel like the odd man out. And don't feel like you're guilty or you're doing something wrong. That's not the point. The point is to share gameplay experiences, to hang out, to have fun, to have a cool, positive experience. You know, that's what my streams have always been about. Primarily, you know, making money, sure. Do I do this for a living? Yes, but that's the secondary reason I do it. Okay? Please understand that. Now, if you guys love the content and you can contribute, please, by all means, do. It's my life's blood. The crowdfunding is what pays for everything around here. So please consider contributing one of the following methods if you can. First of all, I have a Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil, and this is a monthly pledge campaign where your pledges earn you personal perks. All right? Depending on how much you pledge. And there's many different perk levels and rewards you can get, but I don't talk about them here on the stream because they're all publicly listed on the Patreon. You can check them out for yourself. What I would like to say is thank you to anyone who is a current patron of mine. Thank you to anyone who supports the content. And thanks to anyone who even goes and checks it out. You know, just gives it a look. I appreciate that too. All right. Now, I also have a Teespring store. All right. This store is primarily selling t-shirts, I'll be honest. But there's other stuff there too. Like there's sweatshirts, there's stickers, there's mugs. There's all kinds of stuff on the site. And it's good quality stuff that I can attest to because I own a bunch of it. I've bought it over the years and worn it on stream. All right. And, you know, if you buy anything from there, you get a cool collectible. It helps me out a little bit. So please give it a look. That's at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Thanks for even giving it a look. All right. Now, if you're here live on stream, okay, chances are you're probably going to want to contribute on this stream in a way that may get you some interactivity with me, get you a shout out, get you some recognition on the stream, right? That's what it's all about. So if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me, if you do any of those things, all right, I'm going to give you a live shout out during the stream as a way of saying, hey, thanks a lot. But please understand that if you would like that shout out, you need to be in line with the stream rules, which means a few things. Number one, no insults, no negativity, no trying to derail the stream with giant paragraphs of information that literally have absolutely nothing to do with what we're doing on stream. No song lyrics, you know, it's common sense. We're trying to maintain a fun, entertaining stream with flow. So obviously we're trying not to derail that flow. Sadly, some people just don't get that. And they will try to derail with nonsense. So please understand, you know, if you want your message shouted out, please be in line with the rules. And most people do get it. And interactivity is a major positive part of my streams. And thanks to anyone who does contribute and interacts with me. All right. At the top of your screens, guys, you will see a stream stats leaderboard. This is a leaderboard that I update periodically with things such as the top tipper and top cheerer of a stream. It's a way for them to get extra recognition for their contributions. Now, in addition to that, you'll also see there is 2 leaderboards that are built into Twitch itself. One is for the top cheerer of the week, or top cheerers of the week, I should say. It's like top 10. And the other is the people who've gifted subscriptions this week to the channel. So more opportunities for you to get recognized, all right? Very nice. Now, if you're wondering, with all those methods of contribution that I just mentioned, what's the best way to contribute? Well, very matter-of-factly, the best way to contribute is by tipping me. And there's 2 particular reasons why tipping me helps me more than anything. The first is because I get tips immediately. When you tip me, that's funds I can use towards something very important right away. Just this week, I've got to pay my internet bills. I've got condo dues due. I got to pay my mortgage. I've got tax payments coming up. I've got all this stuff. In the next week, I'm going to be buying probably 1 to 2 new games, including Fire Emblem. So it's your tips, all right, that pay for all of that stuff. And I thank you to anyone who actually does tip me, because you know that you're trying to help me immediately. I'm not saying that all other methods of contribution aren't good. Of course they are. You know, cheering, subbing, teespring, etc. All those are great, and they all help me in the long term. But those all have processing time before I see any kind of a positive benefit. While tips are immediate benefit, I can use that today for something important. All right. So please consider tipping me today if you can. The other positive benefit of tipping is obviously continuing on the Vest streak. 78 straight streams where we have hit the tips goal. Insanely positive. Thank you guys for that. We want to keep that up, obviously. You know, like I said, planning right now for the 100 Vest celebration, which will happen in 2 weeks if we can keep this up. So thank you, everybody, for that. Thank you for your support. Please consider tipping today if you can. There's 2 ways you can tip. If you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button that you can click on. Or you can type !tip into the stream chat to bring up my PayPal tips page. All right. Now, on that page, you can either tip me using a registered PayPal account, or you can use a debit or credit card to tip as well. But you may not readily see that option available. That option sometimes does not show up right away. What you would need to do is load the fully loaded desktop version of the website to get that option. Okay? So know that if you're on a mobile device or whatever, your phone, if you don't see that option, you got to try to get it to load the desktop version. Okay? Now, I like to do a public service announcement on every stream before we get started to help you guys out, because sadly, I know from personal experience there are a lot of people on the internet that are very malicious, people who basically revel in hurting others on the internet just because they can anonymously get away with it. They don't get any personal benefit or gain out of it. They actually somehow feel pleasure knowing that they've just hurt someone else just for the sake of hurting them, right? I know that sounds messed up. Like, why would anyone do that if they don't get anything out of it? Why, you know, there's some people who are just messed up in the head. They like that. They actually get, you know, some kind of enjoyment out of screwing with people because they can. All right. So, as a PSA, here's a few suggestions I can give you guys to help you your stress and minimize online harassment. The first is, I strongly recommend you turn off open direct messages here on Twitch TV if you're a frequent stream viewer, because sadly, these people will take a look at people who are regulars. They'll harass you via DMs, telling you stupid stuff, either, you know, harassing you or harassing the streamer that you're watching. A lot of the times they'll do stuff like send you a link. You think it's one thing, you click on it, next thing you know, they got your IP address, and now they're harassing you through that. All right, that's not what you want to happen. All right, there are many methods here. You can turn off your DMs completely, or you can make it so that only people on your friends list can direct message you on Twitch. I strongly recommend you do something. The open DM system is abused way too much, and I just want you guys to be safe and not be harassed, okay? Now, in addition to that, all right, you would be shocked at how much personal information most of us probably have on the internet and don't even realize it. Just between our social media accounts, there's probably things listed like your friends and your family members, places you've worked, where you currently work, places you like to hang out, things you like, things you dislike. All kinds of personal info can be discerned just from a social media profile, all right? And very sadly, that stuff could be used to harass someone online. So, if you're considering contributing to a stream here on Twitch, I'm going to strongly recommend that you consider contributing in an anonymous manner. And what I mean by that is, do not use your real name. Do not use your real identity. Don't use your social media name. Use something that's either completely anonymous or use something that's completely unrelated to anything else you have online. So, for example, if you're going to cheer today, you could cheer anonymously. If you're going to, sub today, you can gift subs anonymously. If you're going to tip me today, you could tip and just say anonymous, and no one will know it's you. Or you can make up a name completely that has nothing whatsoever to do with you, and then no one can associate that with you and try to come after you and harass you for it. All right? What I really hate hearing are people who are fans and they contribute, and the next thing you know, they're getting harassed by people because the DMs are open or all this crap that I've mentioned. So please, do your best. Protect your identities and be diligent. Don't let these people, don't make it easy for them, okay? All right. Moving on. Let's talk about the rules of the stream, everybody. Let's talk about how things roll around here. All right. So first of all, I'm streaming on twitch.tv. That means that I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of Twitch. I can't just say and do whatever the heck I want on my streams. I actually have to, be in line with what they allow on stream, and I hope you guys understand that, all right? But in addition, I basically have a certain mentality and a certain vibe that I like to maintain. I call it a chill vibe on my streams. What it is I like to make positive content. I want people to be able to come by my streams and feel relaxed and have a good time, enjoy my reactions to whatever game I'm playing, interact with me a little bit, interact with the stream chatters a little bit, and in general feel kind of safe and basically treat this stream as a way to escape all the stresses of your real life in the real world. Right now, we are all amidst tons of stresses in the real world with what's going on with this pandemic, and we need an escape, okay? So, please understand that's what we're kind of going for here. And because of that, there's certain rules that I have in effect that I feel make the stream a better place to be. Please bear with me as we review these rules. First of all, I feel that the topics of politics and religion don't really have a place on my streams. My streams are supposed to be gameplay oriented, and although we do, veer off topic from time to time, every time that politics or religion becomes a topic of discussion on one of my pieces of content, sadly what happens is people get angry with each other, they argue, they attack each other, they get very negative. And I don't want that on my streams, all right? Please understand that. Now, if I'm playing a game that has political or religious, topics in it, or, it's part of what we're doing in a game, that's different. If it's on topic, absolutely, then we can talk about it. It's allowed. But in general, I found that just bringing these topics up out of the blue doesn't really make sense and just makes hard feelings. So we don't do that on the streams, okay? Now, recently, I've expanded the rules to also include discussion of COVID-19 and this worldwide pandemic. Now, I'm well aware that this is the biggest thing going on in the world. We've all been very negatively affected by it, and we're hoping for the best, that we can have some kind of world recovery here, right? But that being said, we're bombarded with the news about this thing every waking moment outside of my streams. Why do we need to be talking about it on my streams, right? I'm not going to outright ban the topic of discussion. I mean, that'd be pretty stupid of me to just say, I'm just banning everything. But at the very same time, please don't make it the end-all, be-all of what we're doing on streams. Don't bombard the stream chat with talk about this. Know that there's people coming here specifically to escape this whole thing, all right? They don't need to be bombarded with more talk about it constantly. So please, let's keep it down to a minimum. Fair enough? Okay. In addition to that, I am well aware that there are tons of people on the internet that don't like me. For various reasons, they've attacked me. They have defamed and slandered myself and my family members. They have delved into my personal life, which was none of their business, to basically drag me through the mud so they have content to produce on the internet every day. And obviously, I don't support this, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have money to sue people for defamation or anything like that. I'm well aware that these people exist, and I'm just not going to bring it up, all right? Every day, there's some new spin, some new conspiracy theory, and some new negativity toward me. And at this point, bringing it up, there's no point. There's no reason to defend myself because it's all nonsense. And if I just talked about it constantly, all I would do is, number one, I would derail the positivity of my own streams, which I'm going for. I don't want to, screw that up with toxicity. And number two, I don't want people to then head over there and give these people undue attention they don't deserve, right? So it's a strict rule. We don't bring up that toxic crap on my streams. Please don't. And I appreciate you guys respecting my wishes. Now, in addition to that, recently I've had to start mentioning this, but because of the actions of malicious people over the last, say, 4 months, you know, I've been legally advised to basically keep personal talk down to a minimum. And what I mean by that is anything in my personal life that could basically be used against me or spun in a really malicious or twisted way online, I should basically not talk about, meaning things like money, my possessions, things that I do or places that I go behind the scenes a lot. Basically things that people could use to harass me and or further slander me, I've been told not to talk about. So, you know, you want to ask me, gee, how's my wife doing? How's my cat doing? What I have for dinner? That's casual stuff. That's fine. But asking me specifics about things behind the scenes that have nothing to do with the stream and are none of anyone's business, that's going to be considered against the rules and will be moderated appropriately. Please understand that. You know, I'm a guy who used to be open. I used to be able to vlog everything. I used to be able to share every little thing with you guys on a daily basis until these malicious people on the internet basically tried to turn my life into a three-ring circus. They just made stuff up about me constantly through insane, wild speculation and conspiracy theories with no substantiation. And, you know, it concretely hurt me for a few months there. Like, things were really bad in my life because of this nonsense. And I basically was told, just don't do it anymore. It's not worth the risk. And I have to agree. Okay? So I hope you guys understand and respect that. And thank you for understanding. Okay? All right, guys. Now let's get to the third and final segment of pre-stream, which is the shout-outs. This is where I give you guys shout-outs for your contributions. We update the leaderboards a bit. And we have some fun. Okay? All right. So we start off with an overnight cheer from Why Can't We Be Friends? And they say the following. I think your mic malfunctioned and went mute again yesterday on stream due to a driver or Windows issue, as you said. Have you ever considered upgrading to Windows 10 to remedy the situation? No, in fact, I've heard, I mean, now this could be false, but, you know, I try to take advice from my viewers. I've heard that Windows 10 is way less stable than Windows 8, which is what I'm on, you know? So I'm staying with what I've got. I'll be very honest with everyone. My computer rarely has an issue. Rarely. And I'm here all day, every day streaming, and my computer not having an issue is pretty damned remarkable if you really think about it. That I would be able to stream every day, and my computer never crashes. My computer never has an issue. You know what I mean? Like, the one rare issue I have is OBS will have an error, and I just have to just, you know, click again, and then it'll record properly. Or, you know, the mic will malfunction, and then all I have to do is close OBS and open it again, and it solves the issue. Never in my life have I owned a PC this stable. And I mean that. Like, my previous PC I used to use when I just did YouTube videos was way less stable than this one. And it's funny because people, you know, again, those type of communities who just want to be toxic will make jokes about, oh, this PC was a lemon. Phil spent all this money on his PC. What a lemon. What do you mean? This has been the most stable PC I've ever owned. I'm able to put out content every day with little to no technical difficulty ever. So, I mean, I would be an idiot to be saying that this is, you know, not a good PC. This has been a PC that's lasted me now 5 years. Actually, longer than 5 years, because I believe I bought it, I want to say in, like, the fall of 2014. And I have no problems with it, right? So, why would I, you know, complain about it? It served its purpose for me. So, anyway, why can't we be friends? I don't chance doing anything like that. Like, he's like, oh, upgrade to Windows 10. Why? My PC is stable. My PC works. It does everything I need it to do. Why in the holy hell, right, would I risk having that issue? Like having, oh, let's upgrade. Oh, now I bricked it. Now I got to go buy a new PC to even do my work. You know, like, why on earth would I do that? That would be crazy stupid, in my opinion. So, no, I'm not going to do that. Tanamouner did an overnight 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Tanamouner. I appreciate that. All right, so now we get the people who contributed during today's live stream. We start off with 1000 Sunday, who has resubscribed to the channel for 3 months in a row. And he says, hope you're doing well. Here's to a fun stream of Banjo-Tooie. All right, thank you very much, 1000 Sunday. Yes, here's to a fun stream, and I'm looking forward to it. Although I did hear Grunty Industries is the biggest, like I said, backtracking grind in the game. I hope we can make some good progress today. I hope. Okay? All right. 1000 Sunday then went on to do a 100-bit cheer which of course is the first tier of the day. So let's get them up on the leaderboard here. Okay. Oops, 1K. No, it was 100 bits. There we go. All right, and they say, Phil, hope you're doing better with your whole ear infection. Yeah, I am. In fact, my ear infection is cleared up. You know, it was 2 weeks. In reality, it was 3 weeks because I had it for about a week before I even told anybody. I just suffered with it, hoping it would go away. It did not. Then for 1 week, it was the right ear, and then the next week, it was the left ear. But yes, happy to report the earache is completely gone. The ear infection's gone, and I'm back to normal. Thank God. He says, did you hear about Evo going online? They've completely dropped Smash Brothers. It got me thinking, have there been any good online fighters this generation? Your love for fighting games feels like it's been dwindling because of bad netcode and online lag. Why do so many fighters suffer from bad online? Do you think online play has hurt competitive fighters this gen, and do you think things can ever improve? I mean, we've already talked about this so many times over the years. In a nutshell, it's this simple, all right? The reason that fighting games are not very competitive online is because, unlike other games, you need instantaneous reactions in a fighting game to be competitive. All right, they just require better, quicker reactions than most other games. And sadly, we don't have a worldwide infrastructure of internet that is equivalent. The internet in various parts of the United States is very different. One part you might have fiber optic internet, another part you might just have standard internet, another part you got more crappy satellite internet. You know, we have all these different things, and every service provider is different, have different speeds. They throttle internet in some places here. Then you go to Europe, it's drastically different there. Then you go to Japan, and in Japan they've got nationwide internet owned by the government. And since it's part of it's institutionalized internet owned by the government, so you know it's what do they call that? Subsidized internet. It's insanely good. It's some of the best internet in the world, okay? But a lot of people don't like that. They feel that having government-owned internet, it doesn't create a free market of competition, and it could lead to like in China, they do the same thing, but in China, the government controls the internet and censors it, and that's not what they want to happen here. See what I mean? So that's the thing. If we had worldwide the same level of internet and everyone had great connections, I feel online games would be good. The problem is you got people trying to write netcode, right? That is for the most demanding competitive games that exist, okay? For various types of internet that don't stack up equivalently. And, you know, they've tried everything. Delay-based netcode, rollback netcode. Nothing's good. They're all shit. So it sucks. You know, Evo having to cancel their in-person event and go online, I think it's a decision they had to do because they need to make money. It's a yearly event. They already sunk a ton of money into the event to make it happen. And now it had to get canceled because of the pandemic. So basically what they're doing is they're cutting their losses. They're like, we know there's no way we're going to make as much money with an online event as we did in person, but we've got to try to do something. We can't just have a year without it or else we'll go out of business. So they're trying to, you know, basically do the lesser of two evils. In their eyes, the lesser of two evils is to do an online event that probably will lag and suck. In most people's eyes, they're like, just don't do Evo. But from a business perspective, I can understand they need to keep their business going, okay? So what they've done, they're going to continue on with some of the tournaments that we know have insanely bad online play, and we know that the connections are going to be insanely bad and just a waste of time. It's not going to be competitive. Let's be honest here. These games will not be competitive. They'll be just fuck around, stupid shit. You're probably going to see people win these events who aren't very good, but just win with the lag. All right? So it is what it is. Some of these games are better. Like, for example, they added games to the lineup, such as Mortal Kombat 11, Skullgirls, etc. Killer Instinct. I mean, these are games that have not been seen at Evo in a while, and games that have not been played in a competitive nature consistently in a while. You know, Killer Instinct is a game that, by all reports, really had died in the mainstream competitive community. Not to say they didn't still run tournaments for it, but it wasn't being held at any majors or anything, and now it's back at Evo because it's known to have some of the better netcode. So, you know, the face of Evo is changing because it's online, but in reality, I mean, I don't really care. Number one, I don't play these games competitively, and number two, I know that it won't be valid. Like I said, I guarantee you will see people in these games who aren't normally known as great players who are going to win because of online connections. It's just that simple. So, I Killed Phil 4x8 gifted a sub to the Worst Nurse. Congratulations, Worst Nurse. Thank you, I Killed Phil, for the support. Vero 0333 did a 100-bit cheer, and he says, did you know it's the 5-year anniversary of Witcher 3 next week? Have you ever considered doing a new game plus playthrough, possibly making different choices than your original run? It's my favorite game ever since I played it, and I love replaying it. Well, as you guys know, over the years, I have now tended to replay certain games that were very popular playthroughs at certain times of my content creation history, or were games that were just some of my favorites over time and I wanted to replay. Like, for example, recently I replayed Final Fantasy VI because I really just wanted to do it. I was dying to replay that game and do a full interactive streaming playthrough with you guys, and I loved doing it. It was so much fun doing it with you guys, okay? Now, would I consider replaying Witcher 3? Yes. Eventually, I would absolutely consider replaying Witcher 3. Would I do it now? No. Because right now, we got enough going on. You know, we already got other games that maybe would be more pertinent for replays anyway, I think. Maybe a few years down the road, okay? Especially if we ever get a hint that they're maybe making another Witcher game, then I would consider playing Witcher 3 again. But for now, the answer is no, not right now, okay? But I did enjoy it. It was actually one of my favorite RPGs I've ever played as a content creator, and I would definitely consider playing it again in the future, okay? All right, I Killed Phil. Cheer. He says, for the 100 vest streak celebration, do a marathon with a DSP tries it crammed in there. I mean, I could. I'm not sure what kind of a marathon you guys would like to see. I would consider doing a marathon if you wanted to see that day, but, you know, I don't know what you would want, you know? So, I guess, again, it would basically be 2 weeks from yesterday, the celebration, so we've got about a week and a half to talk and figure out what you guys want, especially as we get closer to hitting the streak, which it's not guaranteed we're going to. Every day, you know, the streak is in jeopardy. We don't know how close we're going to get or if we're going to hit the streak. So, as we get closer, I feel, and it seems like it's more inevitable that it's going to happen if it does, right? Then I think people will get a lot more excited and will say, okay, here's what Phil should do, right? But for now, let's not count our chickens before they're hatched or jump the gun. Let's see what happens in the next week or so before we plan the final stuff here, okay? Okay. Chris Jericho Rocks tipped me $1. He says, I heard you say someone bought you Daymare to play and you decided to play it. But I remember someone last year gifted you tips to purchase Untitled Goose Game, but you didn't want to play it. My question is, what is the difference? Honestly, I don't know because I played Untitled Goose Game. So I honestly have no idea what you're talking about because I played the game. What it sounds to me is like there's some kind of fabricated baloney, as you know, from a certain group of people who just like to make shit up or spin stuff in a way that's not true. I played Untitled Goose Game. So I don't even know what you're talking about. I really don't. More than likely, it was like, oh, I just don't want to play it right now or something. And then I ended up playing it a week later, and the idiot spun it into, Phil doesn't want to play the game that he said he would play. You know, their usual nonsense. They're complete idiots. So pay no heed to their bullshit. Okay? Weary Man 578. Don't know what on earth that means. Tipped me $2.17. He says, so I know your mic died last night. I used to have the same Focusrite audio interface. Yeah, I do use a Focusrite audio, I don't know what it's called, a mixer or receiver or whatever. He says, the third-party drivers on that thing suck balls. They crash a lot, too. The new V3 edition of the interface has the first-party drivers, which don't suck. Well, it doesn't crash all the time for me. In fact, it's rare. Oh, man, excuse me. It's very rare when this thing crashes. I'd say maybe once or twice a month where my mic will turn off, and then I just restart OBS, and it's fine again. So I think what you're suggesting is I buy a new one, right? But I see no reason to buy a new one when in reality, the current one works perfectly fine. All right? You know. So thanks for the support, but I don't really think that I'm in any kind of a desperate need where I need to go buy a new audio device. I think this one's fine. Okay? Okay. Continuing on, Cold Slayer resubscribed to the channel for 3 months. He said, Hey, Phil, it's me. 3 months of subscribing. I want to tell you, man, I've been watching you since 2009, and you're the best gamer, but need of to do, man, you let comment enable. The core of soul for you legacy men, you need to grow for best result. Okay, thanks for the resub, Cold Slayer. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support and the suggestion, whatever that meant. Slaisley tipped me $1 and says, "Oh, it's a troll. All right, it's some dickhead." All right, good. Good. Thank you for revealing yourself, you malicious idiot. I appreciate it. All right. Anyway, let's get rid of this fucker. There we go. All right, continuing on. Crabcock did 150-bit cheer. He says, "Good day, Phil." How you doing, Crabcock? It's good to see you. Thank you for the cheer. You're the biggest cheer of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard there. Okay. Oops. No, what am I doing? 150 bits. There we go. The Evil Green Ranger cheered. Oh my God, excuse me. The Evil Green Ranger cheered 50 bits. And he says, "Hope your morning's been good. Don't know if you heard PlayStation is going to showcase Ghost of Tsushima today. Wondering your thoughts." I mean, I don't have thoughts. I haven't seen it. But yeah, I mean, excited to see what it is. I really don't know what the game even is. Is it going to be Dark Souls-esque? Is it going to be, more casual than that? Will it have different elements to it? Is it more of an RPG? I don't even know what it is. So I'm excited, obviously, to see what it ends up being. I think today we're going to get our answer if we actually get to see some gameplay, right? I certainly hope so. All right. R. Breezy. Did 100-bit cherries. Did you try out Lois's Lunch in New Haven, Connecticut for the original hamburger? No. Never heard of Lois's Lunch in New Haven, Connecticut. Never tried it. But thank you for the cheer, R. Breezy. Appreciate that. Okay, so let us now do some shout-outs. Thank you to the following people who are currently the top cheerers of the week. We've got Spartan King in 10th place, Ryan in 9th place, Lucifer Soul is in 8th place, and Papa Vera is sitting at 7th. The Evil Green Ranger is currently tied with Pepsi Sniffer 30 for 5th place, a tie for 5th. Noah Taylor 22 is in 4th place. Spurger King Whopper is in 3rd place. Genova Calamity 21 is 2nd place, and Crap Cock is currently sitting at 1st place. So thank you very much, Crapcock, for the 1st place, and thank you for the support, everyone, for your cheers. Now, how about we give shout outs to those who have gifted subscriptions this week? All right, all the following people have gifted a single sub to the channel this week, so thank you to the following: I Killed Phil 4x8, Albus Carolus, Pepsi Sniffer 30, Golden Nobles, Spurger King Whopper, Lunaba, and Crapcock. So thank you, all of you. Now, Beast Bod and Yidden each gifted 2 subscriptions to the channel, which tied them for 1st place. Pretty cool. Very nice. Couple more shout-outs. Haseo X just did a 200-bit cheer, and that actually made Haseo the top cheer of the day, so let's get them up on the leaderboard here. Okay. Shit. Haseo X4, 200 bits. And they say, since we're near the release of the SpongeBob Remastered game, I guess it's coming out in, I believe it's late June it's coming out, right? Have you been watching any SpongeBob episodes? I have not. However, I do need to I feel I should watch some. I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to watch the entirety of the freaking series. You know what I mean? Last year, Kat and I watched I'd say about a season and a half of SpongeBob, and it was pretty good. So more than likely, I'll bring it up with her, and maybe we'll start watching a little bit more of it in the next month or so to get me a little bit more, accumulated to the series, so I can understand the references in the game and the like. I'm certainly not going to go crazy watching it, but at the same time, it's always good to have a little bit of background, And I as of last year, I'd seen 0 episodes of SpongeBob, and then I watched some of it and actually really enjoyed it. So I'll probably watch more this next month or so. Okay. A lot of people say the first 3 seasons are the best, so maybe I'll just start off there. We'll see. All right. Timbo Slice resubscribed for 27 months. Thank you very much, Timbo Slice, for 27 months of support. That is very appreciated. Well, guys, I think that's it. I think that we've gotten through all the shout-outs. So, what we'll do, let's take a very brief break. I will run and use the restroom. Okay? And when I return, it will be the continuation of Banjo-Tooie. I hope that you guys are ready for some fun Banjo-Tooie. And the continuation of, what is it, Grunty Industries. So thanks. I'll see you in just a couple minutes with Banjo-Tooie. Thanks, and I'll return in a moment.